Hello, my name is Gina and I secretly hate face makeup. Today what we're going to be doing is a wish list video, and this one is going to be a little different in that we're going to be focusing on everything but eyeshadow. If you don't know, I, over the past 6 months, recently bought like over 200 eyeshadows, and I am taking a bit of a break from buying eyeshadow until I've gotten to know what I've recently bought a little bit better. That said, that doesn't mean that the desire for things goes away, and in the spirit of trying to set realistic expectations, when I decided to take a break, I decided to just take a break from buying eyeshadow. And this actually hopefully will serve me two purposes. One, in that I will be able to get to know my new stuff a little better. And then two, is that it will hopefully allow me to explore face makeup a little bit more. If you've been around on my channel, or just really in the beauty sphere in general, eyeshadow is like the thing that most people want. When people talk about their wish lists, they mostly talk about eyeshadow, eyeshadow palettes, eyeshadow singles, all of that good stuff. And that's certainly true of me as well. However, I think unlike a lot of people in the beauty sphere, I actually don't have a ton of face makeup. I will insert some footage, hopefully, of my face makeup stuff. I have 6 foundations, 2 concealers. I have like 3 bronzers and contour, 2 of which are the same thing except one's in powder and one's in cream. I have 15 blushes, the vast majority of which are Tarte, and I have even fewer highlighters. So the idea here is not like I need a bunch of things, so much as it is I am not very experienced with face makeup, both in terms of the breadth and depth of what's available and in terms of application. This intro is going on way too long, but I will also say that I have been really struggling a lot with my face makeup lately. It ends up patchy, and I've switched from like a cool tone contour to like a more warm toned one, but is it a warm tone contour or is it a bronzer? Or is it like just so much stuff? And there's also, I'm very fortunate, well, the world is very fortunate that Rihanna exists and really changed the makeup sphere in terms of what is an acceptable foundation range. And previously, even a year ago, I didn't exist in the vast majority of foundation ranges, but in the wake of Fenty's foundation release 2 years ago, a bunch of brands are coming out now with new lines with really large shade ranges. So that is an opportunity for me as well to explore foundation. So much like brand new world kind of thing, and I'm hoping that by taking a break from eyeshadow, I will be able to focus some of my attention and my budget on complexion and increase my skill and increase my creativity in that area as well. So that being said, I have a list. I have a long list. I have a comprehensive list of things that I want to try and I want to experience, and that's what we're gonna go through today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I am scooted off to the side, which is super unnerving because if I like look forward, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and you're like over here, and I just hope that I hope that everything is working. So I'm on my phone, and I'm gonna have I'm gonna do like a fancy screenshot. Am I though? Alright, so I'm actually on my phone and I'm recording the screen, so theoretically you will be able to see everything that I'm kind of looking through as I'm looking through it. But I keep lists on Pinterest, like very many people in the world, and it's super helpful for that. I have a whole board called Makeup to Buy. And it's interesting. I'll just hit you, I'll give you the high points here. The first board is Clarity Singles, which is eyeshadows. Not concerned about that today. The next one is face makeup, which we'll obviously be going into. Lashes, then brushes, we might touch on that a little bit. There is an entire board for yellow lipsticks because that's apparently where I'm at these days. There's a board for just general like tools and organization. There is a board for lipsticks. Menagerie singles, again, not under our purview. There's palettes, which you see something very familiar in there. Touch of Glam singles. I have a board of things that's called For the Channel, and it's stuff that I'm interested in and curious about, but not enough to spend like, not necessarily my own money, because obviously I'm spending my own money, but if there is a point in my life where I have a channel budget, it would come out of that. We will probably pursue other singles as well, because as you see here, there's these little tube things that I want to talk about because they're kind of interesting. And then I think the rest of everything else is just eyeshadow singles. The fact that I have purchased a great deal of eyeshadow does not stemmy my desire for them, but we're just taking a break for right now. But that said, let's go ahead and get into the face makeup board and we can talk a little bit about what I've got there. So full disclosure, actually last night I made a purchase from Beauty Bay, and some of what's on this board, maybe not necessarily the product itself, but the type of product that it is, I might have purchased something from it, from Beauty Bay. I found a lot of stuff on sale and it was like late at night and I was very sleepy, which is apparently the only time that I can make myself buy face makeup because face makeup is boring. And so I bought some, but I had to be like in half a state of delusion and I don't remember everything that I bought. Anyway, so the first thing we have here is a few Natasha Denona duos. I think I pinned these just because I was going through her collection and putting down stuff that I liked. I think something that I do when I'm trying to like push myself into a category is that I kind of overpin things a little bit. But one thing I do want to call out is this here. This is the Anastasia Dream Glow Kit. Holy shit. I didn't know this existed until my friend Julia told me about it. Oh my god, this is stunning. I am somewhat hesitant to buy palettes, particularly, or I'm somewhat hesitant to buy face palettes these days, but I am going to get this. This is going to be mine, and that's all I have to say about it. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. Okay, so that's definitely on my wish list. Then I have a Super Beauty liner here for some reason, but I do need to pick this up because I need a blue hydro liner just for color mixing. I have a couple of blushes. I have a few blushes here that I'm kind of like, meh, I might take this off. So I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blush here. I just, like, it's pretty and I've swatched it in store and it's actually different than I was expecting it to be when I swatched it. But this is a $40 blush. I really don't think I want to spend $40 on a blush. I really don't. I don't know why Orgasm is pinned here. So this should be pinned to a blush called Gina, which I don't think is what you're seeing here. And the story behind this is I did a Google search a little while ago for a blush, for quote-unquote grungy blush, and this is what came up, which A, is perfect, but B, it's called Gina. It literally has my name on it. I need this at some point. I only think it's sold at like Nordstrom, like it's not at Sephora and it's not at Ulta, so I'm gonna have to pick it up in some other way. But A, it's a really, really pretty blush, and B, it has my name on it. The next two, actually one of which I have already bought. So these two here, these skin swatches, are blushes from Melt Cosmetics. One is Honey Thief, that's the bottom left, and then one is Cali Dream. I actually bought Cali Dream last night in my sleepy fever, whatever. It's a really pretty corally peach, which is my blush of choice. Let me show you. So this blush here is Urban Decay's blush in Indecent, and it's pretty orange. Like I don't know why I bought this blush. It might have been on sale, but I mean, this is my holy grail blush, and it's been discontinued and it sucks. So one of the things I'm trying to do is replace this with more like orangey, peachy, wonderful goodness. The swatch here doesn't really look like it would be that, but we're gonna see, because Melt blushes are like 22 bucks, and I think I got this on sale for like 15, so yeah. Honey Thief is on here because there is a woman I follow on Instagram. Her name is Luna Faye Beauty, and every time I see her face, A, she's fucking stunning, but also every time I see her and I'm like, wow, that's a gorgeous blush, it's always Honey Thief, always. It's a really popular shade of blush, so I doubt it's gonna go on sale, but it's really pretty. Next, we have a bunch of highlighters from Divina. Now, one of the videos, I don't know if I'm gonna film it today, but one of the videos I'm going to be filming soon is like the next 5 or so indie brands that I want to try, and Divina is on that list. So I kind of went through and did a bunch of pinning of her highlighters. One of the things I really, really like about Divina's site is that the product image also has the swatch on the bottom. It's super helpful. So it's kind of a, yes is a white gold, OMG is a white gold that's a little bit brighter, even though they both look kind of silver in the pan. Then Arcadia is iridescent, so it'll be shifty beautifulness, and Iridessa is also iridescent. These are really pretty. I don't remember how much they are. The Pinterest says 10 bucks, but it has lied to me before. They're 10 bucks a piece, I guess. So I would be surprised if I didn't pick some of these up when I did like my first big Divina purchase. Here are a couple other highlighters. I think these are Luxie highlighters. I have a highlighter from Luxie in Voodoo. It's wonderful. I will probably pick these up at some point. The next one, oh my gosh. The Kristen Lee Glimmer Gels are so beautiful. They're so stunning. And I need them, and I think I need all of them. But the idea of this product is that, so up top here you have things that are more dark, they're more eyeshadows, and then underneath these are supposed to be more like highlighters. They're iridescent, shifty, as you see, and I believe they come in a pot. Yeah. So the idea is that you or I would get like your finger or a dense brush and put them in and then top them on. I am so excited to own these. I really, really am. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. That's like top of my list. Top of my list. Underneath that are two highlighters from Bitter Lace Beauty, which is Luster and Looking Glass. Also iridescent highlighters. They are really expensive. They're $22 and $20 a piece, which is part of like what has me hesitant. Not that nobody should be spending $22 or $20 on a highlighter. It's just not something that I'm wanting to spend a lot of money on. Although I'm pretty sure I spent near that much on something yesterday. Actually, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm gonna probably haul that, but I got a few things from Melt that were probably in the $20 range for a highlighter. So there you go. These four here are from Cleona. They are shifting, they're iridescent. One of the, I think, you know, there is a trend here. I'm sure that you're noticing. I'm really interested in shifting highlighters. And one of the reasons why I like them is because my skin is so fair. This is another thing that I probably should have mentioned. I really struggle with face products because my skin is so fair. I wear NARS Siberia, just for reference. That's the shade I have on today. And it's really difficult to find face products of any kind that work for me. So I really like the iridescent, the transparent base ones, because I don't have to worry about, like, if I'm facing forward, I don't have to worry about people seeing a streak on my cheekbone. And if I'm going to be buying something online without being able to see it first, I can trust something like that a little bit more, a little bit better. So that's the idea. There is, I believe this is Bitter Lace Beauty as well. This is called Take Me to Paris. Or, oh no, this is Touch of Glam. It's apparently a dupe for the Amrezy highlighter, which is interesting. I think it's on sale. And then I might take this off. I have the Alamad Colorette Blush Trio in Fair to Light. I pinned this because I think I felt like it was similar to my Urban Decay blush. But kind of looking at this, and especially with the struggles that I've had with my complexion products recently, I feel like the emboss of the logo is just going to be too much. Then I have a foundation, which is the Dose of Color Meet Your Hue foundation. I don't know if I'll pick this up, but I am interested in, I don't have it pinned here, I'm interested in the Anastasia foundation because it's supposed to set itself, which, like, yes, please, thank you. And then I'm also interested in the Urban Decay New Naked, whatever, something foundation. Interested in those as well. Not going to tell you what I picked up because I'm going to haul it and it's going to be a surprise. But I did pick up another foundation recently. So yeah, that's my wish list of face makeup. It's mostly highlighters and a few blushes as well. The only thing I can tell you, like 100%, I will purchase it in the next 3 months if I make a purchase at all, is the Dream Glow palette. Oh, so pretty. I want to take a step back here and look at this other singles category, because it's got something in it that I'm very, very interested in, which is this product called Cosmetic Emulsion from Depexin. And it basically looks like cosmetic face paint, but possibly better or more special. So the idea of this is that it's a blob of color, a blob of cosmetic color, but it is face, eye, and lip safe. So my thought on this was that in theory, I could use this as base for my eyeshadows, which I like the P. Louise base, but I don't think I really like the color ones that much. They're too much trouble, to be honest. So I was thinking about replacing it with that. I think you could also like mix foundations with these, and I'm interested in that too. So I have here a set of primary colors and a white, black, brown, and like a random purple that I thought was pretty, that I'm interested in picking up. The only thing is that they're like $23 for a tube, and I don't think I would ever need that much of something like this. So that's the only drawback. I also really want this company to come out with a thinner, like a beauty oil or something to kind of thin up the product, because it looks really thick, and that's my only hesitation. I do have here the Color Outside the Liner collection from ColourPop. I recently did a mini review of the Creme Gel liner and said that it was okay, and that's still kind of how I feel about it. I've got 2 of the black one, so I'm not going to run out of black liner anytime soon. But I don't know, I feel like I want to try the Marc Jacobs highliner before I commit to a bunch of ColourPop ones. Then lipsticks, I think, is kind of interesting. I discovered this company called Conjure Cosmetics, and they do custom lip colors, but they also have like a lot of really cool and unique colors. It's not true that I'm wanting more bullet lipsticks. I don't know, I'm mixed. I am more inclined to buy a bullet lipstick these days than I am a liquid lip. But that said, this is the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip, and it's still my holy grail lip formula, and I still tend to reach for my liquid lipsticks a lot more than anything else, but that just could be because that's what most of my lipstick is. I don't know. I am interested in bullet lipsticks again, and I am especially interested in these like green, blue, purple ones from Conjure. There is a couple, this one is a liquid lipstick. Sienna Sunset is a liquid lipstick from Clarity. I have a liquid lipstick from Clarity. I like it. It's good. No complaints about it at all. So I've got some lipsticks here, and then I have yellow lipsticks as well, something that I'm super into exploring. Although I might pick up the Black Moon Cosmetics Harvest Trio when it's available again, just because it has a yellow and also has a green, and I'm just like, yeah. There's some other stuff here as well. If you guys are interested in like talking about this giant brush list, let me know. So I bought a bunch of brushes at Beautylish, but I think that with those, there's only one more that I would want. I'm really tired of a beauty blender. I really don't like using a sponge. It's not my preference, and I'm hoping that my skin will be able to take a brush again. Let me pop into here. So there are some like tattoo stencils that I'm interested in. I got some stencils a little while ago, and they are plastic, and so they don't really fit on my face. So I'm kind of hoping that like these, like the face stencils and the tattoo stencils, are a little bit more malleable, and I can find a way to stick them to my face. I have the P. Louise Basic Winter Edition. I actually might take this off. Like I said, I do have the P. Louise, I have the Basic Brights, and aside from the fact that the yellow bleeds oil like crazy, it's just separated. I don't really know how I feel about them. I really like my white one, I really like my black one, and I'll probably pick up one that's my skin tone, but after that, I'm not really interested. I also have here a bunch of empty magnetic palettes. Two of these I actually already own, the A2O or the A2O Lab ones from Shop Miss A. I've got them. They're fine. I wish the magnet was a little stronger. But one of my kind of more creative organization projects that I'm interested in is taking these palettes and covering them. And what I'm hoping for, and kind of my weird thought slash idea, is that I want to get a bunch of these small palettes and have those be like my big colorful palettes and kind of do maybe art on them in a way. And I decided to grab the Shop Miss A ones so that I had some cheap ones to kind of experiment with covering. I also have this Adept 88 palette. It's great, highly recommend it. And the dragon brushes from Rouge and Rogue. I don't know. This is so I'm super into dragons. When I get my like background set up, it'll be a little bit clearer. I'm really into dragons. I love dragons. These don't look like good brushes. They don't look like functional brushes. So if I got them, it would be like a display piece, which I'm not necessarily against, except the part that I would want to display is the handle, not the bristles. So I'm just kind of like, I've got them pinned. I want them, but I don't know if I'll actually pull the trigger on them. We'll see. I pinned the Sigma Dry and Shape Tower like right after I washed my brushes. I was just like, I hate washing my brushes. I hate everything about this. I need something new to do this with. And I think that when I am again in a place where I'm about to deep clean my brushes, I will probably pick this up. It looks really useful, and particularly the shaping part of it, I think, especially with like my face brushes, after the last wash, some of them got kind of wonky, so I probably will pick that up. So yeah, that's a quick tour of my non-eyeshadow wish list. Let me see if there's anything that I forgot or am missing. Lashes, I don't know if I'm going to be pursuing lashes for a while, and that is for very strange personal reasons that I'm not going to get into. Yeah, let me scoot back into the middle of the frame and we'll wrap this up. That's all I have to say on this. I hope that looking through my face makeup wish list was somewhat interesting, kind of what I'm thinking about, where I'm hoping to kind of push my complexion experimentation in the future. It's not anything super radical, but I'm hoping it will be interesting, and I hope that the purchases that I just made from Beauty Bay will help in that way as well. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out and make sure that you see my videos when I publish them. Also, let me know down below if you know of some good face products for fair skin with neutral, slightly yellow undertones. I know a lot of my followers do really struggle with, or know the struggle of trying to find good complexion products for them, whether they're on the dark end or the light end of the spectrum. I think the frustration is similar, if not entirely the same, for obvious reasons. But let me know, because if you know of something, I would love to add it to my list and check it out or not. If you like me and my flowing red hair, please do subscribe to the channel. My uploads are a little inconsistent of late as I am going through a bit of a life transition, but I can give you at least one video a week, so subscribe if you would like to see that. You can find me on the internet at Faces by Gina. I have an Instagram and a Facebook where I upload every single day. If you want to see more content from me, just hang out for a few seconds and the cards at the end will give you some more videos of mine to look at. I hope that you're having a great day, no matter where you are, and please remember to think deeply and critically about the world around you and be good to yourself and be good to other people as well. I'll see you out there on the internet. Bye.